Hey guys, what's going on? Steven back again, and I'm here with another Walking Dead video. This is going over the complete spoilers for the season finale. Now, this is off of one of the Facebook groups that I'm in. I don't know, Walking Dead spoilers, spoiling Walking Dead, I don't know, one of those things. But, yeah, they've always been right in the past. I don't know where they get this information from. I don't know, I think it's like a few websites online, like spoiling TV spoilers, I don't know, wherever. But they've been, like I said, they've been right in the past, and they posted apparently like the entire thing, like pretty much word for word. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's long. This is an extended episode. I think it's at least an hour and a half or an hour and a half ish. I don't know, hour and 20 minutes, hour and 25 minutes, I don't know, but it's about an hour and a half. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. So I'm just going to try to skim through as much of it as I can and just try to get out, the juicy tidbits. And, after kind of skimming through it, all I can say is, damn, this is seriously going to be one badass episode. All those people who are complaining, it's boring. It's boring. The show's so boring and slow and seriously, if you say this episode's boring, there's absolutely nothing the show can do to bring you back. Like, honestly, if this episode is boring to you, then I don't know what would do it. But let's get into it. Let's try to skim through it, because they got it broken down into 4 parts, and it's extremely long because, like I said, they go basically word for word on who says what. Apparently there's going to be, it can be a little bit confusing because there's going to be time jumps and stuff like that, or not time jumps, like flashbacks, dream sequences, and things like that. So things can get a little confusing at times, but try to do what I can. Apparently the time jumps around in this episode, going back to season 6 and to season 7. Apparently the episode starts with Sasha basically locked in the room. She's wearing earbuds and everything like that. She's got music going, and she has a dream sequence with Abe. Apparently what I guess life would have been, or how life was in between when they hooked up and right before his death. And they have a dream sequence and everything like that. They're kissing and talking a little bit, and Negan comes in, basically waking her up, and saying, welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. He brings her, I don't know, what was it, let's see, Negan opens the cell door, stands in the doorway with a huge dome tray in hand, a silvery dome like one of those used in restaurants and banquets. Negan leans against the cell, the wall of the cell, talking with Sasha. Sasha won't even look at him, and what else? You're hot as hell, dignified as shit, and you don't suffer one goddamn fool. No one is going to wanna watch you die. I don't want to see that, so you don't have to, but someone does. Maybe a couple of us tops, maybe a couple tops. But you're not going to be one of those people. You're going to help me solve some of this shit. Today's going to be a big day. And she lifts the tray, and it's pancakes, blueberries, and a smiley face, a strawberry and stuff like that. So she gets basically like her last meal. Pretty much that's going to be her last meal. And Sasha's like, no one has to die. You don't have to do this. please, nobody needs to get hurt. And then she has a flashback scene, I guess to her and Maggie back in season 5 when they bonded, with Maggie losing Beth and Sasha losing Tyrese, basically just before Aaron found them and introduced himself. And then we skip ahead to, back to Dwight, basically picking up kind of right where the episode left off, with Rick pointing the gun at him. Let's see, trying to skim through some of this. Dwight's still on his knees. Rick's got him at gunpoint. Dwight says, I want him stopped. I want him dead. Why don't you kill him? Dwight responds, it can't just be me. They're all Negan. Let's see, Tara steps up and, she's pissed off. That girl he murdered, her name was Denise. She helped people. Dwight can't really even look at them. Says I wasn't aiming for her. So Daryl ends up exploding. He grabs Dwight, slams him up against the wall, and basically sticks a knife almost in his eye. Right there in front of his eye, and basically starts doing it. Tara urges. Tara's yelling at Daryl, "Do it now, do it! Come on, kill him." And Dwight's kind of like at this point, like, fuck it, do it. End it. Go ahead, And then he basically says, I'm sorry, I am. I know you really want to. Daryl, who holds the knife right next to his eye. The knife trembles a bit as Daryl holds himself back from killing Dwight as he's tempted to. Rick breaks in, and says Dwight could just be here to see if you're here. We can't trust him, Michonne says. Dwight says, he owned me, but not anymore. What I did, I was basically doing for someone else, but now she's gone. She's gone away. So now I'm here. I guess the music starts, I believe. The Walking Dead intro, I believe it starts. So are you because of her? Wait, what was it? I hope this is written all correctly. I was doing for someone else. She's gone away now. I'm here. Music starts. So are you. Oh, so are you because of her. Okay. There we go. At Daryl, who continues staring into Dwight's eye, knife still in Dwight's face. Tara's still back there. Do it. Come on, kill him. Dwight says there's another choice. Tara says, Daryl, you knew her? From the previous episode. There's another choice. We can work together. Tara's still on her rampage saying, do it. Time for payback for Denise. But Daryl ends up, lowering his knife. They have Sasha. Even if she is alive, why didn't you say anything? Dwight continues, Negan's coming soon. Tomorrow, 3 trucks, probably 20 saviors and him. I can slow him down, bring down some trees in the road, buy you guys enough time to get ready. Dwight goes on, if you can take them out, that's where we start. You kill them. I can radio back to the sanctuary. Rick says sanctuary. Dwight says that's where Negan lives. I try to skim this along so that way, this isn't a long ass episode. Jesus, already 9 minutes and I haven't even touched anything yet, really. Where was I? More jail cell. They're more talking. They basically let Dwight go. Daryl responds, if he's lying, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him real slow. Daryl continues, when this done, I don't give a damn if he's sorry. I'm going to kill that son of a bitch. Rick says if he's lying, it's already over. And then we go back to Sasha and Negan, and Negan's basically saying, all right, this is going to be the plan. But while he's doing that, she goes back into another dream sequence with, with Abraham again. So basically while Negan's talking about the entire plan of what's going to go down, she's in another dream sequence. Oh, Jesus, that was just part one. Oh my God. Alright, this video is actually going to be really long. I mean, there's 4 parts to this, and that was just part 1. And I skipped a lot of stuff. Alright, so, part 2, it was basically the rest of that, alright, I'll kill, just one, and then we go to the kingdom. Carol's, back in full-on badass mode. She's surrounded with 7 to 9 kingdom soldiers. Daniel, Diane, Jerry, and 3 or 4 others. Apparently Carol's the one in charge. She's like a 4-star general in the king's army. They go back to the shopping carts. That Richard left. Apparently they never took him down or anything. Just moved him. They do more talking about Richard. Morgan suddenly appears from behind a light-colored car. He's also dressed in kingdom armor, which is basically Benjamin's armor. Morgan overhears the conversation, how they're going to go after saviors and stuff like that. They're all asking Morgan, are you okay? Are you doing all right? And Morgan's like, don't worry. Morgan, I guess, plans on ambushing, the saviors alone by himself, apparently. Carol's not happy with this. Looks at him with a concerned look. Going alone doesn't work for this. Morgan's face says it all. He doesn't give a shit anymore, and he tells her, works for me. Morgan points his stick in the direction of the shopping carts and says, from walkers and stuff like that. Shiva growls, King Ezekiel to Morgan, do you seek to extinguish everything of who you were? Morgan's body language is turned away from the king, just like it was with Carol. He's uncomfortable, having trouble meeting the king's eyes when he admits, I don't seek it, but I'm stuck. King Ezekiel, you want the saviors dead, Morgan? For the first time, Morgan looks directly at the king. He angrily answers, yes, I do. Morgan once again looks away, keeping and looking off into the distance. So basically they go back and forth. You're wearing Benjamin's armor. Do you wear it to serve you, or do you wear it in his honor? Morgan is looking down and does not answer, but does look back up when he hears his name. Morgan, you are not stuck. Join us on this journey to create an alliance. Fight with us, and we shall defeat them, so that no one will suffer under their capricious, under their rule again. Morgan shakes his head and then nods. King Ezekiel calls out to the group before turning and walking towards them. And we start out once more for our fallen, for the kingdom, and for the glory of victory. As the king moves to take Shiva's chain from Diane, we see Carol watching Morgan. The group starts to move forward. The shopping cart's no longer in their way. Carol and King Ezekiel walk together with Shiva between them. She's not afraid of Shiva. No one in the group is. Carol gives King Ezekiel a look as if to say, good job for convincing Morgan to join them. Morgan follows behind. I might cut this off a little bit, because this is going on about 15 minutes, and I'm only halfway through part 2. So I might split this up into maybe 2 videos, because there's still a lot of shit to go over, and I'm skipping through so much stuff right now. I'm just trying to get the good parts and stuff like that. But yeah, this is about 15 minutes long. This video could, I don't know, go I don't know, half an hour at least. I'm only on halfway of part 2, so I still got part 3 and part 4 to try to get through. But yeah, I'm gonna call it right here, and I'm gonna do another part 2 video, and it's gonna pick up basically right here where it left off. So if you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up button. If you guys like the channel, you want to finally support me, hit that subscribe button. I really want to hit 100 subscribers, the big milestone and stuff like that. When I do hit 100, I'm going to do a gift card giveaway, probably Amazon. And yeah, feel free to check out some of my other videos. And yeah, follow me on social media and stuff like that. Alright guys, so I will see you for part 2.